And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes, yes, yes! Oh! Eric and Glenn breaking it down. All
Helps me out, too.
Giants all the time.
Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live here for the postgame. Game 2, San Francisco Giants against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Giants bats have awoken, at least for tonight. They put up 10 runs. Did you? Yes, you heard that correctly. 10 runs for the San Francisco Giants. They're able to lead themselves to victory.
Enjoy it.
They blitzed the series. They split the series. Man, I tell you what, a whole bunch of people at the game. I see Skaters is at the game. Aaron Lost, who I know from the past, he sent me some pictures. He was sitting pretty much right behind home plate. San Francisco Giants side. Yeah, he sent some pretty nice. He had sent a nice little video. I think it was, matter of fact, I think it was Wilmer taking an AB. A matter of fact, I think it was.
Who was that? Who did that?
Aaron Lost. He's in the chat occasionally.
Nice.
But I don't think he's going to be in there. He's probably driving back home. But yeah, I tell you, man, it looked good today. And you know what? Maybe we can chalk up to this before we even get to it. I don't know if you saw some of the tweets out there, Glenn. There's a couple of people in San Francisco today that may have helped some of these guys. Barry Bonds, there was film of him working with Lamont Wade. Hits today.
Oh, I didn't know they were working with them. They were talking to them.
No, they were working with them. There was footage of them.
Oh, they didn't say good. That. I didn't see that.
It's good. Yeah, it's on, a matter of fact, 95.7 The Game on their Twitter that shows. It's pretty nice, too. It's a nice little clip. You could see Bonds working with Wade on his lower half. It's pretty cool. We could bring it up here in a little bit. It's really cool. And then who knows? Maybe they were working with some other. One guy they're not working with is Bailey. I think he was the only one. No, he was not the only one. I think there was only 2 Giants that didn't have. Take that back. 3 Giants that didn't have hits today. Chapman, Ramos, and Bailey. Everybody else had multi-hit games. Yaz with 3. Everybody else with 6, like I said, except for the guys who didn't get any hits. But, yeah, it was nice to see. I got a little bit worried. I mean, Arizona goes up 3-zip right off the bat. And, yeah, that wasn't that did not give me the warm and fuzzies. Not at all. All right. What'd you think, Glenn? Talk to me.
Thought it was a long game. I texted you in the 5th inning. I said, what are we, the bottom of the 9th? Huh?
Hey, there was a lot of long innings because there was long at-bats. That's what happened.
It was indeed. But, yeah, you see what the Giants do when the bats come alive, Eric. You know, when you get guys who are contributing, you know, once in a while, it's nice to see. Let's string something together. That's all I want to see. One game's not going to get me all excited, Eric. Let's see what happens in the afternoon. They usually play well in afternoon games, so I'm expecting something good tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, exactly. All right, here, guys, let me show you this real quick before we get into the box score, because this happened before the game. Let's look at this. Pretty cool stuff, guys. I think for those of you who haven't seen it, you guys get to see it now. You'll see the home run king work with Lamont Wade. As you can see, receiving a little hitting tips, right? Let's take a look. See, working with the stance. That's cool. And then you can see who that's right there, right next to him, right? That's Will Clark. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Will Clark. But there you go, man. I tell you what, man, that is so damn cool to see a former Giant, the great Barry Bonds, working with him. You can see he's working with them. I think what it is, I think he's working with his hips maybe, and where his legs are when he's taking a swing. That's freaking awesome. That's the kind of stuff that's just cool. You can see, look at that. You got Lamont Wade, who's a professional baseball player, just kind of almost looking awestruck and taking instruction from we could say should be a Hall of Famer. And by the way, guys, we'll talk about that a little bit later about some news coming out of the MLB commissioner's office. But I tell you, it was good to see. Is there anything you wanted to is there anything you want to mention before we get into the numbers here?
I don't think so.
Good to go. All right.
I think we're good to go. I'm just looking over some stats before we get to that.
All right.
All set. I think you caught all the game, did you?
Oh yeah. Yep.
As did I. I thought it was pretty good, Eric. That was pretty good.
And I tell you, the thing is, Robbie Ray was looking a little rough that first inning, man. I was like, man, this may not be a very good Robbie Ray game. But he locked it in. After that first inning, man, he came in and freaking all he did, I think, what did he go? 6 innings. I was surprised he went 6. I was surprised to see him come up for the 6th. Only allowed 3 runs. Hey,
what always seems to happen too, Eric? Do you remember we were doing a show a couple of weeks ago and it was the bottom of the 9th and they were giving away, well, I guess it was more than a couple of weeks ago. I beg your pardon. But do you remember it was a Sunday night show, I think, and we were talking about out-of-town scoreboard. LA Dodgers were playing. Oh, my God, they walked it off. It was Shohei Ohtani bobblehead night. Of course, who was the hero? Shohei Ohtani. Right, so did you know tonight was Korean Heritage Night?
Yes, it was. I heard him talk
I thought it was appropriate when he launched that. I went,
that was awesome.
Ironic. There you go.
How about they intentionally walk Ramos to get to Lee because it was lefty on lefty and he plants it in the right field freaking arcade. That was awesome.
Can't say I could blame them though, Eric.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
give him credit because he's a good hitter, of course. But the way Ramos is hitting, God, you got to do it all day long.
Yes, that is true. No, you got to
good managerial move.
You're right. You gambled, right? You're putting men on base.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're gambling because again, all credit to Jung Hoo's a good hitter. So it's apples and oranges, but I would have done the same thing. I think it's just the way
I would have done the same thing too. Again, if you're looking at how Ramos is swinging the bat, you might take the same type of action. Because
any given day, you're looking at Ramos as the guy who's going to kill you.
Yeah,
you're going to get a base knock or a double or something out of Jung Hoo, but you're getting a bonus when he goes yard, Eric.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it came in handy, of course. You see the 9th inning. Ooh.
Yeah, and then how about Koss gets his first career home run, and it happens to be a grand slam, man. How about that? And look, all the credit. That was a great pitch by Thought. Koss just went down there and golfed it and got it over the wall, man. That was pretty damn awesome. A lot of home runs. There was 3 of them, as a matter of fact. Here, let's get into it.
Now,
today's
Giants in review.
Oh, here, go for it. We'll finish. We'll go for it.
No, I was going to say that guy with his not just a first home run, a grand salami, baby.
Yeah, how about that? Who saw that one coming? He
wasn't even he was an invitee, man.
Yeah, matter of fact, he made it on like the last day of spring training. He made the team.
I'm going to stand by what I said last night's show, Eric. When everybody's healthy and all comes to settle, Schmidt's not going to be here. It'll be this guy.
It may, that's possible.
He's one that he can't. I think it's a mistake for any player, Eric. When the guy has won his position, he has earned the chance to play. Yeah. You let him play. I don't think they can bring him. It's not like Schmidt was your everyday player. He's coming back. It's his job. It's Koss's job.
Hey, look, we'll see.
Cheers on a win.
Because you got to remember, you got Fitzgerald. If I'm not mistaken, Fitzgerald and Schmidt are now in Sacramento on a rehab assignment, along with Encarnacion. So it's going to be interesting. Is Wade? Well, let's get into the box score before anything else, right? Let's do that. Let me go find the damn thing, and we'll get right there. Here we
Got
go.
to start over again.
Review on Giant Sports Talk Live.
It came in halfway. That's okay.
Yeah, that's all right. We were in the middle of it.
That's okay. There we go. Giants win 10-6. Arizona scores 6 runs on 11 hits. They had 2 errors. Giants 10 runs on 13 hits.
Watch the language, Chardol. Watch the language.
They improve
Sorry.
5-18.
You know, I got to keep Chardol in line early.
Yeah, I know.
Or it might get out of hand.
Chardol, don't come in here.
ya.
Hey, Chardol, don't come in here with a fucking potty mouth, okay?
Yeah, fuck you.
Arizona is now 22.
I hope you hit that link when you set up the show. Did you set it for adults only? I hope.
Yeah.
Calm down, Chardol. All right, Eric. So the it was again an evenly play. Our bats just showed up a little bit better tonight.
They did. Ray improved to 6-0. ERA is at 3. Falls to 6-3. He still has a 3.7. All right, look at this. Look at the box score.
Come on now. Did you expect? Let's call a spade, as I like to say. I didn't think Robbie Ray would be 6-0, Eric.
No, I did not see that. I knew he was going to be better, but I wouldn't say that he's going to be
little bonus action for the pitching.
Man, that's hey, I'm not complaining. I ain't complaining.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go. Yastrzemski, 3 hits, 2 of them being doubles, and a walk. He got on base 4 times, scored 1 run. Chapman, 0-4. Ramos, 0-4. Lee, 2 hits. One of those hits being a 3-run shot. What was that, in the 8th inning, if I'm not mistaken, right? Something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Flores had 2 hits with 2 runs scored and a walk. He was on base 3 times. Adames with 2 hits. He also had a double, 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Walked when he was on base 3 times. Wade, 2 hits. There we go. 2 hits for Lamont Wade. He got a run scored. His run scored was on a wild pitch. Bailey, no hits, but he did draw a walk. And Koss, again, had 2 hits, one of them being his first career home run, which happened to be, as we already said, a grand slam. Look at this with the hits and the runners in scoring position. See, this is weird. If this was a different outcome, we'd be hemming and hawing, right? 2 for 11 isn't getting done, man. And they still scored 10 runs, Glenn.
That's what they do. This is what they do.
I can't explain it. Again, this is baseball. You see something different every single damn day. I can't explain it. 10 runs, but yet you were 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Crazy. All right.
Broke even on the base pass. I think we had a stolen base. Oh, there it is right there. Yaz stole one. Chappie got mowed down. I was worried about Duvall.
Oh, dude, let's talk about that. Hold on.
But this is what we're going to talk about most nights when we do this show, Eric. You go, look at the great pitch, and then a couple of days later, the guy who pitched bad is the guy who's really good. So it's very inconsistent.
Yeah. It is. Hey, as I like to say, Glenn, it's baseball. Ray, 6 innings, give up 7 hits. That's quite a bit. 3 earned. That's okay. You're still got a quality start out of it. He walked 3 a little bit. His command was a little bit off, but he had 9 strikeouts. He was able to limit the damage because Arizona had a lot of guys on base. Harrison came in, gave up a hit, that being a long ball, but he got through his inning with that 1 run. Duvall gave up 2 hits and he walked 1. He loaded the bases. And what did he do? He got a freaking inning-ending double play, a little squibber.
On 1 pitch.
Look, he fields it. He goes to home for Bailey. Bailey goes to first, gets the double play out of the inning, no run scored. That was a huge moment. And that was good on Duvall to be able to get that done. He came in hard on Marte, right? I think it was a slider down and in, and you want to be careful, but he really got it in. he freaking he fisted it off, but unfortunately it was only a little squibber, and Doval was able to field it and turn that double play. It was awesome. Bivens came in. He looked a little bit rough. He gave up 2 earned runs, right? But the game was already out of reach. But still, Bivens has been a little bit, he's had his moments, right, for the most part. So all in all, the Giants give up 6 earned. 4 walks. You don't want to do that. And then 9 strikeouts, giving up 2 home runs. 1 from Harrison and 1 by Bivens. Again, Josh Naylor took him deep to right field. But, yeah, that was something. That was one thing we could say, it was an exciting game. In the beginning, it was a little bit scary. But then in the second inning, man, I tell you, with that grand slam, that was impressive by young Christian Koss.
You know what the most frustrating thing is watching Giants baseball? For me personally, Eric, and it's not even the Giants or their opposition. Tonight it was Nick Lentz behind the plate. I just find it's a free-for-all, dude. It's a strike 1 minute, it's not a strike the next. And I don't want to end up being like the Giants broadcasters where all they do is complain. But there is absolutely, I talk about no consistency. Well, holy smoke, home plate umpiring has been abysmal. And what does it tell you, Eric? When you've instituted now for a few years, you've got the replay in baseball. Well, doesn't it seem like every time there's a challenge, the ruling on the play has been overturned? How bad are they?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's that the problem is with the advent. You know what I wish they would do, honestly, in broadcast? You know that square? Get rid of the square behind or in front or in the middle. We don't know where that square.
Pat Stairs said the same thing. He says, you realize none of those camera angles are directly behind a pitcher.
Get rid of that stupid box because it's not. I don't think it's going to give you a fair representation of what the umpire sees. It just doesn't. Just get rid of the box and just just watch where the plate is, right? If it's close to the plate, then okay, it's a strike. If it's off the plate, well, it's a ball. Come on.
But for me, I've always hated this framing crap, Eric. It should be like, you know how I feel, and it'll never change. This is just my opinion. I feel like framing, it's like freaking all over the place, man. It's like using my old Etch-a-Sketch in 1973, dude. But when they're framing, man, that's like flopping in basketball. If it's close and he brings it up 2 feet, it's a ball. Fuck you. Yeah, ball.
Hey, that's the umpire. Don't get fooled. That's specifically on the umpire. If he's getting fooled by seeing a glove, come over, go up, come down.
Well, everybody in Giant world is, we love the framing. Yeah, I'm against framing in baseball, dude. Because do you ever see Eric? Come on now. Come on, man. Don't you ever watch the game, and if it was in slow-mo, you watch the pitches down below the strike, and he comes up 2.5 feet, and he sits there. Look. What are you doing? That's you're embarrassing yourself as a catcher doing that crap.
Dude, they've been doing that even before framing became framing. Catchers have always done that. Well, they just hold it there, and just basically you're showing up the umpire.
Exactly. That's why if I'm in the umpire, I'm like,
here's the problem.
Close, you're not getting the benefit of the doubt.
There you go, and that's what you got to be careful of. If you're a catcher, you got to be careful. All right, what's up, Kershaw Fishing? What's up? Donates $2.
Hey, Kershaw,
appreciate it. What was Yaz stats in 2024 at this same time? To be honest with you, Kershaw, I'm sorry. I think he was sitting below 200. About this time last year, he was hitting around a 180. It was abysmal. And yes, he's come out and said it. Look, he's having a great year. What is he batting now? Where is he now? 284. He's back up to 284, man. Yaz is showing something. And look, I was one of his loudest critics. There's a lot of people out there talking about Yaz. And I tell you what, he has turned it around. He did something in the outfield, and he mentioned it, I think, in an interview. He was just swinging for the fences in the previous years. Now he's just out there.
Okay, we'll give him I hit that.
Right. Right. I mean, why not, man? Kudos. He saw that something needed to be fixed, and he fixed it. So there you go, man. That's all I ask. If you're out there and you're not, performing at your highest level, well, then make a change. And that's what he's done, and he's done it successfully.
Hey, Robert finally asked the question, and we've talked about, or at least I've given my point of view, Eric. I'm against a catcher who can catch and can't hit. But
I tell you
Robert
what.
says, Eric and Glenn, are you content with a great defensive catcher who hits below average? I'm not.
Okay, I tell you what. If you're a defensive catcher, if you're batting, this is pitiful that we're saying this. If he's batting 220, 230, but he's got some pop. For example, say right now, if Bailey was right now batting we'll say 225, and he's already had, say, 4 home runs, would you be okay? Yeah, that's okay.
It's okay.
But when you're batting, 180, 170 something, and you got no home runs on the season, it's a little bit different, no?
No, I just saw it again tonight, though, Eric. We had a couple of guys on base. What was it, 7th, 8th inning? I guess the home run was in the 8th. It was later stages of the game. There was 2 guys on. Bailey's up. I actually did it tonight. I went and got, actually not a Pepsi. I got a lemonade, and I come back, and they say, yeah. So the strikeout ended the inning. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. Of course, I had no confidence whatsoever that Bailey was going to drive in those runs. He was the third. I think he struck out, they said. He struck out on the play to end the inning.
Yeah, I think he had 1 strikeout.
Came as no surprise. So, Robert, what say you? Eric, what say you? Are you content? Right? What do you?
No, he needs a hit. He needs a hit. Don't get me wrong. Look, if you're a defensive catcher, you still got to do something with the bat. I'm not saying you got to be out there batting, a high average, right? If you have some pop in the bat and you give at least a decent at bat, I'm okay with that. You could, as long as the rest of the lineup is doing what they're supposed to be doing. Because he is making his money as a catcher. I get it. But you still, look, this is baseball, man. And you cannot be out there just being a total zero. When a pitcher, back in the days when the pitching was hitting, gives a better at bat than a damn catcher, well, then we got a problem here.
Come on, Johnny. I like Johnny too. Bailey does have some clutch hits, though. Come on, Johnny.
Yeah, he does. He had a couple of
Mad Bum had more clutch hits, I think, in one season than Bailey has. Come on, and he's a pitcher. So
there you go. Exactly, Daniel. 225 would be okay. Not sub Mendoza line. Exactly.
Hey, Abraham. Oh, Abraham paints a great picture, but he makes it up with his elite speed, Eric. He brings something to the game.
Well, anyways, I'm not
the
going to.
The only thing Bailey tells to his friends at family reunions is speed.
I tell you what.
Thank God Wilmer's on this team.
Today wasn't about Wilmer, though. Today wasn't about, or not Wilmer. Today wasn't about Bailey. Not at all.
I'm like that.
Yeah.
I got you brainwashed.
Yeah, you do. Freaking Jedi mind trick. That's not the droids you were looking for. Look what happened today. Willie Adames, home run. Koss with a home run, grand slam. Jung-Hoo Lee with a home run. The bats came out, and they came out in force. Yastrzemski with 2 doubles. It was good to see out there, man. The guys were getting some solid hits. And again, maybe Bonds and Will Clark, maybe they were giving some tips for some of these guys who are hitting. Because this is something. Because look what happened. Fitzgerald had a little one-on-one with Barry Bonds. And look what he started doing. He started hitting better. That is great. Look, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm not advocating for Barry Bonds to be the hitting coach for the San Francisco Giants. That I don't think that's the optimal role for Barry Bonds. What I think he should do is, if guys are struggling, right, and they need some extra quote unquote tutelage while they're home, you like that? Have him work with some of these guys when they're home and they can work on their swing. It doesn't have to be, it's not something that has to be done all year long like a pitching coach. And as the season goes along, if the hitter feels like, hey, maybe I'm not doing something right, well, then you reach out to Barry. That's, I think, is ideal. It's kind of like having another hitting coach in your toolbox. I love it, dude. I think it's freaking awesome.
You know why I like the and I've always said these torpedo bats, since they've been instituted this year, they seem to give the hitter some kind of an advantage. And you know what? Even though he wasn't using a torpedo bat, you know why I say that, Eric? Because Koss, he got it on the meat of the bat tonight, buddy.
He did.
And that did not look like a home run swing. Boy, he just kind of went out there and he
golfed it. He golfed it. Yeah.
And the ball, and not even that wasn't a big swing. It was like he met the off-speed stuff with an off-speed swing, and it just, I don't know, man. I thought he must have got the meat of the bat on the ball because
yeah, he did. Oh, by the way, for those who were at the game, I think there's a few people out there who were at the game. Was there wind? Was there any wind out there, guys?
Nice.
It didn't look windy.
Nice. No,
it didn't look windy. Today was a beautiful day here.
Last night was misty. I think Robbie was at the game. Robbie texted me, he goes, should I go home now?
Yeah, it rained for a little bit, I think.
Should I go home or should I just stay and get wet?
All right. Again, is there anyone at the game? I just want to know if anyone, not too windy, just cold. Oh, Dean, were you at the game? Dean must have been at the game.
Eric, it's late show. You're getting sleepy.
Yeah. Shit. Good God.
Eric.
Good God.
Yeah. Good God. All right.
Yeah. Oh, you just got back. Yeah. Right on, Dean. Man, hey, I tell you what, you saw a great game, man. Saw a great game. Awesome.
He was working. He got to work that scorebook overtime tonight. Lots of runs.
He did. Hey, just give me 1 second. I forgot my Arizona iced tea. I'm gonna go get my Arizona iced tea.
All right. I haven't had the chat open for a little while here. So, Dean, talk to me, buddy. So were you sitting up in my section? Because if you were over to the left, that Jung Hoo crew, man, they bring atmosphere to the game. They caught them on the camera, half a dozen times tonight, guys, during the broadcast. And that crew is fired up. I got to give them credit. Up there, I guess it's deep, almost to the foul pole up where we sit there, Dean. So they looked like they were bringing it tonight. I was just saying to Dean, they caught 4 or 5, maybe 6 times during the broadcast. They kept showing the Jung Hoo crew, and man, they bring it.
Yeah, they are.
I'm working on. You know what? It's really hot today, and oh, geez, man, the humidity. So my hair's all flying out of control. Dude, I'm going to work on one of those Jung Hoo. I can't even say it. Jung Hoo crew hairdos, man. I got to get one of those hairdos.
You're going to get one of them, huh?
Do they get those out at the game, or do they sell them? I got to get a Jung Hoo haircut like that, man.
I dare you. I dare you to get a
fiery haircut.
There you go. Dye your hair freaking orange, red, and yellow.
I've done it. I dyed my hair before.
Did you?
Yeah, during the 1992 playoffs, the year we got beat out in the
that was 93
semifinals. We won. I dyed my hair. The players held me down. They dyed. Well, it wasn't always by choice, but they dyed my hair. I was strawberry blonde, man.
Wow.
Yeah, and now look, it's like strawberry white. It's getting there.
There's no strawberry, man.
I don't know. I'm just trying to. Oh man, it's a good thing my hair's short on top. Well, it's getting there. I need a little trim, but geez, another 96-degree day in Winnipeg, Eric. I'm dying here. I got the window open, the fan going. I'm soaked, man, and I can't sleep at night.
Oh, that's the worst.
No air conditioning.
You got some fans?
I got a lot of fans. But
there you got to do. Yeah, you got to
set me up for that one. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, buddy. I don't want to be here too late tonight, man. It's already 1 o'clock in the morning, dude.
Yeah, well, I know, man. That's the
I'll let you do the all-nighter. Eric's gonna do an all-night late show, and I'm getting the hell out of here shortly.
Oh man, if you want me to, I can hang around for just a little bit longer.
I'll stick with you for a while, but I don't want to. Eric, if we're here in an hour and a half, if we're here, we've only got 29 minutes. It seems like an hour already.
Yeah, but I know. No, I don't think we're going to do that.
I feel different doing the show, guys. I've told Eric this, and I don't know if it's your opinion as well, Eric. We go 29 minutes tonight because we won. It feels like I've been going an hour. When we lose, an hour feels like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like the chat gets me all riled up. Tonight, it's like they're all singing Kumbaya and we're going to win again. So I don't know.
All right, where is it at? Here, let's go.
Now, a Giant Sports Talk Live scoreboard update.
Here we go. Final in Cleveland. The Guardians beat the Brewers 2-0.
Tigers, how did they look at that? They talk about scoring. There are a lot of teams scoring runs tonight, eh? Tigers over the Red Sox 10-9. And did you see Javi Baez? He hit one deep into the night.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, have you seen what Javi Baez has been doing this year? Holy shit. He's having a resurgence. The guy's batting 300. He's a human strikeout, and the guy is having a hell of a season, man. That's good because the Detroit Tigers right now playing some damn good baseball.
And you know why they say this is baseball, Eric? Because the Red Sox, they can lose, but the White Sox can win.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, yep.
Because what happened tonight in Cincinnati?
The White Sox won 5-1 against the Reds. Look at that, 5-1. Final in 10. It went extras.
More work for the scoreboard operators this time in Toronto, where the Tampa Bay Rays beat the Blue Jays 11-9. Junior Caminero had a grand salami in that game. He wasn't going to be outdone by Koss tonight, so Caminero, he went deep. Another good game for Chandler Stevenson. He is not portrayed, guys. Don't even ask.
Nice. Mets beat the Pirates 2-1. Low-scoring game.
Low scoring. Wow. And Eric, I'll jump in on that one because I watched that game. I had Kodai Senga going in my fantasy league. Kodai looks good, dude. I don't want to bark up that tree again, but dude, he should have been a Giant.
Hey, how's your boy Roki doing?
He's doing all right. Steady. He's consistent.
Did you hear where he landed today?
Not on the disabled list.
Yeah, shoulder impingement. What's going on with LA and shoulders, man? Snell with a bad shoulder. Sasaki with a bad shoulder. Last year, Yamamoto, bad shoulder.
What was my basis of conversation in the late stages of last night's show, Eric? I said, do the Dodgers have any pitchers left? It's a bullpen game every freaking night with that club.
Yeah, it's just like last year, man. They were
reminds me of the 22 Giants.
Yeah.
I think we only had 2 pitchers.
Yeah, 22 and 23. In 22, we had 1.5. In 23 we had 1.5. 24, we had 2.
Unreal. So the Mets win at 2-1 over the Pirates, buddy.
Braves beat the Nationals in Atlanta 5-2. 11 hits, 5 hits respectively. Look at that. Albies, look at that. That's a weird-looking swing. But it looks like you got an RBI single with it.
Cubs won their 25th of the year. Eric, they beat the Marlins, handled business, but ever so close, 5-4. Justin Turner walked it off, buddy. What happened in Texas today?
No, Texas won 4-1 against the Rockies. You better beat the Rockies. 2
bad teams, so Texas is not hitting.
Yeah, the Rangers, man, they've been having a tough time of it, but they come out ahead. Down there, they're a game above 500. Of course, Rockies dropped to 7-35.
Astros 2-1 over the Royals today, Eric. They out-hit them by 1 and outscore them by 1 as well.
And Padres walked it off. Fernando Tatis Jr. By the way, that was his first walk-off home run ever for Tatis. Hits a 2-run shot in the bottom of the ninth to win it over the Angels 6-4.
I know our fans don't like hearing it, Eric, but we don't have that kind of an exciting team. Padres are an exciting team.
They are. I mean, we have our moments. Come on, we have our moments, right? Come on.
Okay, you let me know when we see one. Mariners over the Yankees 2-1 in 11 innings today. The Mariners walked it off. I don't know what happened. We don't have any video. What happened in that game? Mariners walked it off, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it looks like JP Crawford may have walked it off. That's who it looks like.
Oh, did he?
Maybe.
Let me do a score. But wait a second. Okay, let's see. The final score was 2-1. I'm going to check my stats. If that was JP,
check it out.
Thank you.
Holy shit! Look what happened in LA.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Corbin Burns to the deep.
Wow. 18 hits. Where? Me and Ibrahim went and watched them play against the Yankees. What the hell, man? 18 hits, 11 runs. Hey, look at that guy. Jacob Wilson hits 2. You know that Jacob Wilson guy? He's on somebody's team in fantasy. I can't remember. Who has Jacob Wilson?
I'm going to give you credit for that.
Who has him again? Who traded for Mr. Jacob Wilson? Mr. 16 points tonight?
Give me your okay, Mr. General Manager of the Year. What led you to that assumption that he would be turning it around?
Playing good. he was playing good, and I was like, "You okay?" Matter of fact, yeah.
I'm not going to poo-poo on you. I was going to poo-poo on you. I never poo-poo on you, Eric. Just because I pay $53 for Michael McGreevy. Droopy.
He traded me, or he goes, and Blade for a Kobe Mayo. I was like, okay, sure. And lo and behold, but someone else had. I'll protect the innocent. Someone else had Wilson before. All right, he outed himself. Senior had him and dropped him. Droopy picked him up and traded him, and now he's been on our roster and he's been doing absolutely fantastic for me. So there we go. Look at that, athletics doing a favor for the Giants. Doing a favor for the Giants. That's boy. I hope no one picked up Landon Knack. Was he the one that gave up most of that, or was it?
I had Landon Knack and got rid of him.
Good move.
You know who picked him up, but I think he got rid of him was Marcus. Marcus seems to go. Everybody I dump, Marcus goes out and gets him.
Hold on, let me see.
Marcus is only trailing me by about 800, maybe 600 now. 600 points in the pool. I looked at Dilly. Dilly's trailing me by 975 points.
He is a free agent. It's a good thing nobody had him today.
Yeah, I wasn't touching that.
Can't blame him.
Twinkies are on a hot streak, so that Oriole team is like, well, we can let it all settle.
There's 2 postponed games.
Rain date is today, by the way, for both those games. Phillies will host the Cardinals. Orioles Twins later today.
Yeah, I had a few guys that I had to make some roster adjustments because of those damn postponed.
The problem with me is roster adjust. I don't have enough players. I got all pitchers.
Well, there you go.
I looked about 10 minutes before game time, and it was the little red X that haunts me because I got nobody to put in. I got to make a move tonight, and it's going to haunt me. I can tell. I have got all the pitchers I want now, and I don't have any spare players. I got a player come off the injured list. I got to dump somebody tonight. Yes, you know the magical. You got to dump them. You don't get nobody back.
Well, I tell you what, you don't have to dump them, but the problem is you can't make any other roster moves.
That's it means I got to go with a roster tomorrow of whoever I had in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they screw you.
Yeah, I know, man.
At least I play fair, dude. I know he's got to come off. I'll have him off tonight.
Now, who do you have as your shortstops, Droop? Oh, Swanson's coming around. So, yeah.
Hey, does anybody need a shortstop? I saw Marcus in the transaction list today. During our Giants game, I went to our transaction list. I didn't know you could post up who you have available. Marcus has all his bums up available. So I started clicking on the little box to look at their stats. I'm like, no wonder they're all available. 0, 0, -6, -4. Yeah. Marcus, you got to work on if you want to make a trade, you got to come to the table, man.
Oh, man.
Although I was shocked. I told you off air last night. I made Robbie Dizzle. I wanted to trade with Robbie Dizzle.
Robbie Dizzle.
Robbie is set. Dude. He loves his Giants. I'll give him credit.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, right?
He loves his San Francisco Giants because I said, listen, I'm about 240 points up on second place. So I'm holding down first place by about 240. So maybe it's time to have a little fun. What would it take to get Wilmer Flores from you? Could I get him for, say, Dominguez? Nope. Could I get him for Dominguez, Real Muto, and I'll throw in a pitcher, and you give me somebody else. Just pick a player. Nope. Not ready to move on a trade yet. But if Wilmer goes 0 for 12, he'll be calling me. I might be interested in moving him. He likes to move him when he's – but that's a good time when I like to pick players up, Eric.
There you go. Sometimes it is.
When a guy is on like the 0 for 21 slide, that's when I leap in and I get him cheap. It's like playing the stock market. Get him cheap, and he's going to come back.
You hope.
Didn't even have to buy an airplane or get a free airplane for it. It just bounced back.
Oh, man, dude. Come on now. Oh, man.
I saw that airplane on TV. So
I'm having chest pain.
Did you see the inners of that plane? You could pee on the floor. You wouldn't even know. Man, it's golden. the golden goose. So, Eric, let's take a break from fantasy and all this crap. We did win tonight. Eric.
Yes.
You and I, as usual, we're like those two guys on ESPN in the afternoon. You got your take. I got mine. We rarely agree lately, but thank God Pete Rose isn't voted into the Hall of Fame yet. It will be 2028. Let's hope the sports writers. I'm not so much worried, and I'm not so much worried about Pete Rose. It's about the freaking cheaters.
Hold on. Let's before we go there, guys. For those of you who have some extra money, we got a fundraiser going on here, guys. Let's go ahead and we're gonna play I'm gonna play the promo, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. But if you guys got a few extra dollars in the bank account, take a look at this promo. We'll talk about it.
Giant Sports Talk Live and the NorCal Sports Network have teamed up to give back to the community. We ask for your support as we aid in Haley Busby's fight for life in her battle with liver cancer. To take part in this fundraiser, you can purchase an entry for just $20, and the winner receives 4 front row dugout seats at Oracle Park for your choice of an August 8th game versus the Washington Nationals or the August 29th game when the Giants host the Baltimore Orioles. The winner will also get an on-field experience on game day and attend batting practice. So secure your entry now, as eligibility is limited. Draw date to be determined. The Busby family, Giant Sports Talk Live, and the NorCal Sports Network thank you for your participation and contribution to this worthwhile event, covering the San Francisco Giants and giving back to those in need in 2025. Giant Sports Talk Live and the NorCal Sports Network.
All right, there you go. So again, guys, if you guys are interested in buying a square, please let me know. I will bring up the QR codes that you can pay the $20. When you pay, make sure you let us know what number that you would like. Otherwise, we'll just pick a number for you. And you have a chance to win 4 tickets to on a front row right next to the Giants dugout. And you got a choice of 2 games. More importantly, the money that you donate is going to go to a great cause, and it's going to be awesome. So if you could help out, much appreciated. I will probably be buying another square here shortly. I already got one. I know Dan, he's got like 5.
I'm getting more.
Glenn, you got some more, or you've gotten some. But yeah, if you guys are big Giants fans and you want to catch a fantastic game in August, hey, hit us up. You have a chance to win it. Again, 4 tickets. Get on the field. Get your name on the scoreboard. It's going to be awesome. So, again, guys, if you could do that, that would be much appreciated. If you're going to like do a super chat, don't worry about the super chat. Just buy a square. I'd much rather the money go there than to us.
Money's been tight for me. I got a phone call today. I didn't recognize the phone number, Eric. Then they texted me, Glenn, are you available to talk like right now? And I'm like, okay, they know who I am. I said, I'll take a flyer on this. I said, who is this? He gave me his name. I still didn't recognize. Then he told me what he wanted. You realize we were getting our show together this time last year?
No, not this time.
Yeah, this week I got to pay another $700. Got to get the website renewed. A few other things. So,
yeehaw. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a little bit early because that was back in like August. Yeah, that's weird. Wow.
We starting getting ready early. He says it's got to be renewed. Got to renew 30 or 60 days beforehand to get all the paperwork done with whoever the World Wide Web guy is up there. I don't know.
Man, to be honest with you, I'm not even messing with the website. Are you messing with the website? Because I haven't even.
I agree with Calvin. He's in the chat. He says, well, guys.
All right, here we go.
The guy with the most hits should be in the Hall, and the most. I agree. Hall of Shame.
Here we go.
Hall of Shame, not the Hall of Fame. And Eric, it's not so much about those guys. It's about the PEDs, and that they've put that whole Chicago. Anybody who played in the Chicago White Sox team who was kicked out of baseball is eligible to go into the Hall of Fame now.
No, okay, hold on.
They cheated. They threw a ball game, and now 106 years later, it's we've decided you know what, we can let him in. Shoeless can get in.
Back to truck up. Here we go. First off, this is what happened. Rob Manfred, MLB commissioner, announced today that he is reinstating a bunch of dead guys. Okay, don't mean to sound rude, but that's what it is. You're reinstating dead guys. Pete Rose, Shoeless Joe Jackson being the two most important. And yes, he did reinstate the Chicago Black Sox, the other 7 White Sox, known as the Black Sox. Okay, all that means is that all those players are eligible to be elected into the Hall of Fame. Problem is, you still got to go through a process. You got to go through a committee, and the committee's got to decide yay or nay. Now, are the other 7 players on the White Sox, are they going to get into the Hall of Fame? No, they're not. None of them were Hall of Fame players. Shoeless Joe Jackson did have the numbers. Pete Rose did have the numbers to be.
I thought Ray Schock was a good ball player, Eric.
So, what's that?
I thought their catcher, Ray Schock. He was a good ball player.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
I liked
a Hall of Famer.
him.
I thought you would be. I thought you'd be more of a. What's his name? What the hell?
I like the first baseman. He could fight.
Oh, that dude was as crooked as a mother. Chandler, I think was his last name or something. That dude was bad. But
it's a good movie. I might revisit the movie after the show.
Oh, there you go. Oh, go watch Ken Burns. They do a great segment on that whole incident with the Chicago White Sox. But I think it's fantastic for the simple fact now, at least it goes into the hands of the people who will elect these guys or not elect them. Because they still got to go through a process, right? You still got to.
But don't you think the sports writers who are going to decide that
sports writers don't have any say in this.
Who does the vote?
This goes to the committee. So basically it's made up of players, managers, executives, and a couple of sports writers. And that's
there's some sport writer. Because I saw an interview today with the former voice of the Cincinnati Reds, knew Pete Rose well. And he said he thinks the pressure is going to be on those people who vote. I don't want my name muddied. I'm just voting for the guy. I'm just any of them are on the ballot. I'm just voting for them all.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it.
But again, it's going to go to the committee. Look, Pete Rose, the all-time hits hitter, right? The guy was a fantastic player.
He bet on baseball.
He did. No, absolutely, he did. Is there
bet
any
on baseball.
Was there any proof that he ever betted against his team as far as throwing games?
The rule is no betting. There's no betting on baseball, right?
Right.
There's no betting on baseball. But he bet on baseball.
I understand that, and I get it, and I understand that's why he got the punishment that he did. But
it ain't much of a punishment. Oh, we're gonna let you in now. Now you're dead.
He's dead.
Well, and I found that a bogus.
It's a lifetime ban. The lifetime is over. So
don't give me that crap.
That's what it is.
I give credit to the Cincinnati Red broadcaster for that too. He said isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic? 2 things, Eric. Hear me out. First of all, we all know Pete Rose recently passed away.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, okay. We'll reinstate Pete Rose.
Okay.
We'll reinstate Shoeless Joe. He passed away. He passed away about 80 years ago. Come on.
I get it. But
second of all, guess what tomorrow night is in Cincinnati? It's Pete Rose night at the ballpark.
Hey, well, there you go. There you go. Good time, huh?
And I'm not going to get in a whole rambling with you. Johnny says, "Sorry, Glenn. Pete Rose belongs." Why does he belong? He belonged in baseball jail, and that's where Eric.
That's where he was, and that's where he was.
I said to you today, and I didn't get a response. So you either didn't agree with me or just you bowed out gracefully because you knew I was right. I said to you, if somebody is busted today selling cocaine, selling drugs, and he gets a pass, do you let everyone out of prison who was but that was back then. Gambling now. Gambling's advertised.
Hey. I responded is all he did is reinstitute a bunch of dead guys, and the committee still has to vote. I responded with that. That was my response to that. Because
should Barry Bonds be in the Hall of Fame?
That's a great question. Should he?
I don't think so. He cheated.
Is there guys in the Hall of Fame that have cheated?
To what degree?
It doesn't matter. Did they cheat?
I don't know. Have they? Okay. Were they ever banned or punished? Or
let's ask: Is Ty Cobb a Hall of Famer?
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
Should he be in the Hall of Fame?
Should he be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Well, he was never proved he murdered anybody.
It's not even just that. His character, because that's what it's about now, right? Isn't that what it's all about? More about character than anything else. And his character was atrocious, absolutely atrocious. This guy was
not. It has nothing to do with character.
Yeah. It does. It does. The guy was. Have you heard some of the stories from what he's done as a baseball?
Well, what are they going to be talking about 15, 20 years from now? They're going to say Lamont Wade Jr. had a lot of character. Maybe we should.
To sit here and say that no one else is saying, okay, Bud Selig, does he belong in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think so, because he knew what he had to. Well,
there
it wasn't
you go.
proven. It wasn't proven though. So I guess
right. You see what I'm saying?
I can't say no, but my personal feeling would be no, he's not.
But he is, and he is in a Hall of Fame, and he was the one that, tell me he didn't know what was going on. Come on. The entire league was probably on PEDs. Come on, let's be real. I shouldn't say the entire, that's kind of taking it a little bit far. But there was a lot of PED use under his watch. And what happened? He got in the Hall. So, I mean, this is an argument that could go back and forth. And look, I could see both sides. I really can. But at least what it does, it just gives the opportunity, because again, he still has to get voted in, and there's no guarantee that he will get voted in. There isn't.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Fair points. I agree with you to the degree that we have an opinion, and mine is, it makes a mockery doing this, and even the fact that they've done this. I am not a big proponent of this freaking commissioner at all, Eric. I'll be happy when he's out of there.
Fair. That's
this
fair.
guy likes to change the game and do all these fancy things and market baseball this way. Eric, the guy's, what does it say to Bart Giamatti was a commissioner.
Yeah.
He made this move. He had to live with this. His son, you know, his son's a famous actor.
Oh, that's the same Giamatti? No kidding. I didn't even know that. Wow,
that's his son. And he said, my dad had to live with the torment and the heart. He says, I think that killed him. He had to live with that.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
now to say, yeah, we changed our mind.
Yep.
You make your fucking, pardon me, when they start coming out randomly, irrationally, I just think you made your move. Why do we have to change this for? The move was made, the decision was made by a commissioner of Major League Baseball, and what gives him the right other than, well, now I'm a commissioner and I'm on my way out, so I'm going to make all these, I'm bringing him back in, he can be voted in. What? Just leave it alone. He was voted out for a reason. It wasn't random. He was voted out for a reason. Leave it that way.
Okay, that's fair. Real quick, let me get to the super chat. Ibrahim, thank you, sir, for donating $5. Gambling has zero to do with him being the hit king. We should have been in a while alive, especially with baseball in bed with gambling. That's true. And that there is a little bit of hypocrisy, because MLB is marketing gambling now. It's kind of, it's just a little bit, you do look hypocritical. I'm talking about as far as Major League Baseball is concerned. You got gambling. Man, you can go to a ballpark and bet on the game.
I know, Eric, but like I said earlier.
No, I get what you're saying.
30 years ago, there are guys still in prison for selling drugs 30 years ago. Just because you can now. Well, just because you can go to Colorado and you go, well, it's legal, I can have them. Well, what about my cousin who's in jail? Well, that wasn't the time.
No, I get it. I understand it, but it's still.
So there's always going to be a tug of war, Eric.
There will be. There's no doubt about it. And it's just. This is an argument, and to an extent, the Hall of Fame isn't freaking heaven. What's up, Ryan? The Hall of Fame is not heaven, man. It's a museum, and you should honor the people who played the game at a high level, right?
Okay, I thought about that because I watched your short this afternoon with Dan.
That's the point I made. Right,
and I immediately thought to myself. Dan made the same point. He goes, people go to museums and there's a lot of bad history that's all right. Put a display up, put a corner up. These are the bad guys of baseball. Put him in the corner, but do not put his plaque up on the wall. He does not have to be voted in. He can be in the Hall of Fame, but he does not have to be a legendary member of the Hall of Fame.
What does that do? Even if you did, say you put a plaque, what's it do? Is it hurting the game? I don't think it is.
I think it makes a mockery of it.
You think?
You take your grandkids and you say, that's the player baseball banished. But they decided it's okay now. We live in a different world now, so he can come in now.
But what did he do?
What
as
did he do,
player?
Dad? Granddad? He bet on the baseball games.
But what did he do as a player, though?
Granddad, shouldn't that be like illegal? Well, it was back then, but they changed their minds. Not anymore. So they're going to give these sports writers a chance to put them in the Hall
Yeah,
of
and you
Fame.
know what they're going to say? Grandpa, but you bet on every single game. You see what I'm saying? It's a different time. Look,
I don't play the game.
Right? No. I'm saying anyone that's going there with a grandson and there's the grandpa may be betting on the game or have family members that are betting on the game. Who knows? The kid could be betting on the game with their phone.
I can sell you drugs in the parking lot. I ain't going to prison for it. I would back then.
Yeah, no, I get you. I understand. What I'm trying to say is, as far as the Hall of Fame, it's a museum. I want to go to a museum where I saw the best players play, and then you could put something off to the side and say this guy was in trouble because of this, but Pete Rose was a freaking fantastic baseball player. What was his nickname? Charlie Hustle. Who gave him that nickname, by the way? Mickey Mantle. I mean, it's just it.
That's why I say put a wing in there and just call it the wing of shame. Okay. Eric, I think Major League Baseball can put him in the Hall of Fame as recognize him for the goods and the bads, but do not elect him as a Hall of Famer.
Okay,
he blew his chance. He knew what he was doing. He knew he was fucking around with the wrong group, Eric. And you know what? He got caught.
Oh,
so that's the penance you pay, man.
Yeah.
And when somebody
this
just
is
responded to somebody
hold on.
You were responding
very
to
interesting.
In the chat a few minutes ago, Eric. And if I go to work tomorrow and they haul me off and you say, Glenn was drinking and driving last night, we're putting him in jail. You go, would you say as my boss, would you tell the cops? But that doesn't relate to his work. That's outside of work. Don't leave him. He's got to work today. That's got nothing to do with his job. You go, we're taking him to jail because he broke the law. He broke the baseball laws, Eric.
Okay, that's fair. But what about him as a player? Now here's real interesting. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know the validity of what this person's saying. Why honor a guy like Pete Rose who self-admittedly raped a 14-year-old when he was in his 30s? Everyone is talking about betting, but this is just I don't understand how you guys want to honor him. Interesting. See, I don't know.
I don't want to honor him, but I'm taking that. That with Eric. I don't want to go down that road.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
You're on your.
That's a different freaking ball of wax because I don't know anything about that, and I'm not gonna. To me, I don't know what the validity of that comment is. If you have a link and a source, well then, okay, we could talk about it. But I don't know about that. That's not good stuff. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay,
that is not good stuff.
I'm surprised you left it up there that long. I'm not associating myself.
No, I mean, this is someone they're just talking about it in the chat. I'm not going to freaking squash that if they want to put that. It's on them. It's not on me. I'm just reading what someone else said.
Hey, Morkatna. There's the quote of the night. Eric, you're going in the first vote.
I don't know about that.
Vote.
Hey, thanks, Morkatna. I appreciate that, but yeah.
There you go.
And there you go. It says 100% Mark, but even the committee won't vote him until there's further down the line. Hope he gets his day eventually. Oh, who are we talking about here? Oh, talking about electing. Okay. Look, I'm not going to even go down this one. This could take for yeah, exactly, Eddie. That's news to me as well. I don't know anything about that. Bonds, I think it's good. And I mentioned it on that little clip that we did with both of our shows. It's a little bit apples and oranges with the PED stuff. Do you think Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame? I just real quick. I don't want to spend forever on it because we could.
Bonds, no.
Nope. Okay. And a reason?
Reason? Didn't he cheat?
Okay. Did he? Was it proven? Look, I know I'm playing lawyer here, but did he? Was it proven? Just saying. I know.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do tomorrow night. I'm going to bring up his Pittsburgh Pirate rookie card, and 2 years later, I'm going to show you one that he's pictured with the Giants. Eric, you tell me if he's the same guy.
We all know he isn't. We all know, but I'm just saying he has never popped on a. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to go any further than that.
Listen, Eric.
You know what actually kept him out? What actually kept him out was that he had a federal conviction that has now been overturned, and he's no longer a convicted felon. So that's
something else I thought about today. You just brought it up, Eric. Here's a question for you. If, let's say, 2028, we're just, God help us, if we're still doing, I don't even want to think about it, if we're still doing this show in 2028, and you and I come on and go, breaking news, can you believe it? Can you believe it? Willie Adames been given a 1-year suspension. PEDs.
Mm-hmm.
They're not fucking around. You go, wait a sec, you put Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame. Well, so there's no more. So now it's not really cheating. It's trying to get an advantage. If you're putting guys in the Hall of Fame for with PED use, then there should be don't.
He never got popped, but he never popped. But he never look at David Ortiz. Even though you guys, I don't know if you guys saw the story. They did a random. This is before it had any teeth. Talking about the drug testing. His name wasn't supposed to be released, but it was.
Teeth? Did you say any teeth before it had? Okay.
PEDs before they used testing to convict or to suspend players. They did a test on players, and he popped as using PEDs. Granted, it wasn't supposed to be released, but it got released. But he still got elected into the Hall of Fame.
And see, I just think I think if you shame the game, then why should you be in the Hall of Fame?
Okay. Well, I guarantee you. I have no proof. I guess I shouldn't say guarantee. There's guys in the Hall of Fame who probably did PEDs. I'm almost guaranteed there's guys who've done illegal drugs that are in the Hall of Fame, but yet they're in the Hall of Fame. I mean,
I got a hard enough time keeping up with the good guys of baseball, Eric.
Hey, there you go. It's tough, man.
Okay, here's a question for you. Give me a list. So who are these known PED users who are in the Hall of Fame, Eric?
Let's see. Well, let's see. Who's the ones that admitted to it, but then they get test positive? Oh, no. Was it Palmeiro? I can't remember. I know there's a bunch of guys out there, right? In the Mitchell report.
And they're in the Hall of Fame?
No, I don't think they're in the Hall of Fame.
Well, that's what San Jose goes. With all respect, you can't say Bonds is not a Hall of Famer when you've got known PED users in the Hall of Fame.
No, see, I don't know. I never read the Mitchell report. I don't know. We'd have to pull up the Mitchell report to see what it is. Hold on, let me see something. Maybe I'll be able to find it. Give me a minute here. Do some research. All right, let's see.
It wasn't Bagwell. Who was the guy, Eric? Refresh my memory for me. My age, I can't remember these things. Who was the guy who would have played about, 20 years ago? Not Bagwell. Who was the guy? He pumped himself so much, he killed himself.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Caminiti. Not Bagwell, it's Caminiti.
Ken Caminiti.
Yeah.
What the hell? And you know what? Joe Schmo says Griffey never did it. Griffey didn't do it. Griffey didn't, he developed his body, but he never, dude, did you ever see these guys pre-PEDs and after, post? God, they balloon.
Mm.
And I would never want to do that because they say your penis shrinks, Eric. And I ain't messing around with that. You think Gagne was? I don't know. We're getting down the road, Eric. I'm sorry I brought it up, to be honest with you.
No, it's all good.
Only because it was news of the day, but I don't know. I think this also goes to the I don't have a love affair with the commissioner of baseball.
I hear you.
Not a big fan of his.
I'm not gonna even. This is a subject that we could talk about on a show on its own. I don't want to, because it's and the reason
save it for Military History Chronicles. Somebody asked before we go. Somebody asked in the chat there, Eric. Good question forget who it was. If you're there, let me know. If you could, they said, if you could come up, the time machine, and you could go back to a monumental event in baseball history. For me, I would have wanted to go and see what happened during the Cincinnati-Chicago series. Yeah, take me back to the Black Sox days.
Really?
That would be my week. If you could have, a week or a game, that's where I just love watching the Ken Burns, that whole segment. I love the way it's, and I know it's different. I know it's different when we watch it. It's in black and white, and it would be different to be there
and watch it in live in color. Yeah, that would be different, right? That's
almost a Jedi mind thing, Eric. When you're watching these things, and you ever watch Babe Ruth on the Ken Burns series? He hits the ball and he runs the bases like. I'm like, how come this film was always sped up to like ×3?
It's the frames per second that they had, yeah.
And everybody, I would love to see also not just the game, it's also the environment. Can you imagine being the guy wearing the green San Francisco Giants shirt and you're lingering around the back, Eric? And all these people are dressed like Sunday clothes with top hats and derbies and shirts and ties. The ladies look great.
With loafers,
And then look at what we do now, the baseball jerseys and backwards hats. And I think it was a whole different – I would love to experience what it was like.
Tell me this. How many people would go to a baseball game today? I'm gonna just take I'm not gonna make a poll or anything. How many people would go watch a baseball game if it didn't have the music, if it didn't have the lights, if it didn't have if it's just all you did is watch the baseball game? No crazy shit in between innings. All you could do, all you hear is the glove or the ball in the mitt, the ball off the bat. You hear it going across the infield, whatever, maybe you hear it, and just take out the music, take out all the crazy stuff, and just watch the game of baseball without the theatrics. How many people would go watch that game?
Good question. But you're going to think I'm lying? I'd be all over that. And I'll tell you why. Because back about when I was in high school or junior high school, going by that far, in Canada, the CBC went on strike. But they showed the games with no announcers. And I thought that was, you know what? It was refreshing.
Yep.
Because that's what you heard. You heard the crowd. And you heard the crack of the bat. You heard the ball hit the mitt. Like, when they show the close-ups of the bullpen, you hear pop. That's what you heard during the game. I thought that was a breath of fresh air. I wouldn't mind if they you can watch on the MLB packages, home, away. I wish you could just watch ballpark experience. No broadcaster, just watch the game.
Just watch. Dude,
and you know what it's like, Eric, going to a ballpark like, say, Sacramento, where you can't even have a conversation.
Because, dude, could you imagine? Just go off the energy of the game and the fans. Get rid of all the other bullshit. I just want to hear the game. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear freaking promos for freaking merchandise. I don't want to hear the music. I don't want to hear walk-up music. I just want to go watch baseball.
Oh, speaking of promos, tonight's show is brought to you by Lefties, Duxwell Printing, BetterCreditCards.com, Genesis Gold, IRA.com, and Signatures for Soldiers. We always forget, so I thought I'd throw that in perfect timing. But yeah, you said to me, I don't know, did you share that on the? I can't remember. Maybe it was Sunday night show. You never told our guys here. You were literally blown away by the music over there.
Dude, it was horrible. It was horrible, man. Me and Ibrahim, we went to the game. He was literally sitting right next to me, and I'm yelling at him because the music was so loud. Yelling at him.
Were we in a nightclub atmosphere?
It felt like a concert. 100%. And in between every inning, some guy on the freaking camera, we're going to give away swag and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, just stop with the carnival act. I want baseball. That's all I want. I just want to go and watch a baseball game. I could care less about all the other bullshit.
When I go to Golden State Warriors games, Eric, I always say to every game, and it gets annoying for her because every game I say the same quote to Bernice. They always pump up on the screen and they're like, let's make some noise. I'm like, if they were any fucking good, people would be making noise. You don't have to.
There you go.
You don't have to tell your fans to make noise.
You don't have to. Right. Make it organic, man. If the game dictates that you got to make noise, do you make noise? And you shouldn't be told to clap your damn hands.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Joe. I think sometimes, you know what? I think it's too much, period. But sometimes it's way too much.
Dude.
And people fighting over, they're throwing T-shirts into the crowd wrapped up in elastic bands. You think they were giving away $1,000 bills.
Oh, dude. People
I was like,
freaking
geez, if you're
love
that
each other.
hard up for a shirt, I can get you one at the gift
elbow.
shop.
Freaking give someone a freaking RKO. It's like, what the hell?
Did you see the play today down the third baseline and the guy whipped right over the seat trying to catch the foul ball? And they were like, easy, boy, easy down there. I'm like, what people will do at the ballpark for a memory of their own.
It's just dumb, but there we go.
I don't know. But yeah, I got to agree with you, Erica. Maybe it's my age catching up, but I was never one for all the shenanigans. I'm like, they used to say there was too much fighting in hockey, and back in the day there was a lot of fighting. It's not the same now. But they used to say, hey, you go to the hockey game and a boxing match breaks out. It's true.
Yeah.
But now you go to a ball game and it's like 32% baseball, and you can break it all up the rest of the night. They give giveaways and the music and the
I would love
the lineups. Dude, you went to one game with me last year. You know what it's like on a Sunday at noon, and it's a hot day in Oracle Park, and you're standing out there.
It was a hot day that day.
Just to get a freaking bobblehead of like Koss. Little Asian ladies are popping up from behind. Eric, Bernice loses her mind. These two little old Asian ladies, they pop out from behind in the front by the McCovey statue. They stand behind the palm tree. And then we're coming along. Bernice is Asian. They pop in with us. And she's like, get the hell back to the back of the line. It's down there. Oh, she lost her mind. There's no popping in line. Bernice was going to pop off. You don't want to get Bernice mad, believe me.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a yes dear kind of guy. Yeah, she's a good lady, but you don't want to piss her off.
Exactly. Imagine no noise. You get used to knowing the line drive a ground ball at home, or all just by the sound off the bat. 100%.
And I'll give you one more, Eric. And I really feel this way too. This isn't just a have at it moment for me. I find it's so, for lack of a better word, publicized, advertised. Give me a whole game like this.
See, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
To me, that's more exciting. Gets the hair standing up on my arms, and even in that clip, could you hear the music? I could hear the music.
Yeah, you heard the music. Yeah.
And we got to be careful.
Yeah, that we're fine because it wasn't that bad. So
no, but YouTube can hear the music.
Yeah, I know. Dallas says we live in a world of TikTok attention spans. You're 100%. 100%.
And Lou and Dan always talk quite a bit about this, but on a Friday night, and I know you have as well when you remember that channel. On a Friday night, if they did that, Eric, if they had one of those old-fashioned weeks and did that, went back to old-fashioned type baseball, be a true test of how many people show up at the ballpark.
Yeah. Hell, you know what?
Let the real baseball fans.
If I was an owner, I would do it once a week. Once a week.
You imagine if they had a law? We're going to zip bag your cell phone.
A throwback Thursday, even though sometimes Thursdays are off, or a throwback Tuesday or something, man.
Half price admission if you wear a shirt and a tie.
Yeah, right. Just you're going to show up, and there's not going to be any of the crazy shit. Just baseball. San Jose Sharks looks at this. He has a great question. What time would you go back? Signing of the Declaration of Independence, Napoleon crowning himself emperor, or the Lincoln assassination, or stop 9/11? It's one thing of witnessing certain things. It's another thing in
that's kind of a loaded question.
Yeah, you don't want to.
It'd be kind of cool to meet Abraham Lincoln, but I'd stop 9/11.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you could, yeah, but then again, I mean, you're messing with history. Who knows what else can happen?
I can fly my new plane there. Stop it myself.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I hear
that.
I heard him. Yeah.
I think they're coming to stop me. They're still coming this way. Oh, yeah. There you go. Fire department outside.
Oh,
Just watch.
Odser. If I was an RA, he'd do it for every game. I'm gonna tell you something right now, Glenn. Those City
Yes, sir.
Connects are not growing on me. Not one.
I don't like them, but I will make one quick comment, and that is when they were at bat tonight, I noticed Chapman and Jung Hoo. I thought the batting helmet is decent, but why do they have the zigzag, the purple on them? Just black in the color. The logo would have been great, purple and black. But they have like it. You know what it looks like? It's spray painted by some kid on a Friday night.
I hate it. I like
that. They look like they've been graffitied.
I like the color of the jersey. I mean, the orange and the purple and the black are okay, but that font has got to go, man. It just looks adolescent.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan, but I'm also not going to – I got bigger things in life to worry about than what jersey they're wearing, Eric. If they win, they win. Who cares?
No, I get it. All
right, let me ask you this. I haven't asked you this in a show. If you could turn back the clock, do you like last year's creamsicles or this year's?
I hate the creamsicles, and I like them better than these stupid things.
I like the creamsicles. I did not like them until the end of the year. My favorite jersey, and it's ironic, it was probably the jersey I hated the most. I like the Friday Night Orange.
Friday Night Orange is awesome.
Hated them. Now it's the only one I wear to the ballpark. Right, Dean? That's it. I think every time Dean has seen me at the ballpark, I think, Eric, memory serves me correct. You and I went to the ballpark last year.
Yep.
And I wore the orange jersey.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. That's my Wilmer Flores extra. I think it's a 7 extra large, so I can wear a hoodie on cold nights.
There you go.
Christopher on his channel asked me, where did Glenn get a 7XL jersey, man? Glenn's a big guy alone without wearing a 7XL. I go, dude, you know what it's like there on a Monday and Tuesday night? I got to have a hoodie on. And there's nothing worse, Eric, nothing worse than having an extra large jersey that fits you nice and then putting a hoodie on and trying to pull it on. I look like the Michelin Man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah.
Jesus,
you're gonna be puffy. You're gonna be puffy.
I pumped you up. Oh my God.
We
gotta get to a ball game. I gotta get to I gotta get to a ball game.
Good luck. Good luck, man.
Jeez, I gotta go to the Winnipeg Gold Eyes in a couple of weeks. Oh Jesus, the Jets lost tonight. They're down 3-1 in the best of 7.
Ooh, that's not good. Dallas taking care of it. They're hot, aren't they?
Taking care of business, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, it ain't looking good.
Johnny, he's coming traditional. Home whites, road grays.
Yeah, I like the road. You know what? I think that might be argued. That's a safe bet. I like gray San Francisco roads.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan though, Eric, of those. I don't like the creams.
You don't? Oh man,
no.
I like the creams. I don't mind those.
And up until a few years ago, remember they didn't even put names on the back of the cream jerseys.
Yeah, they didn't have names until like a few years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Old school. That's old school. No name. They had no names back in the day.
What was your favorite jersey? Not just Giants, okay? I'm talking if you could only have a jersey in your closet that brings you back. For me, it would be Montreal Expos, the baby blue Montreal Expo.
Oh, the baby blues.
I was the only kid in school that had an Expos jersey, man. I was the cat's meow.
Oh, man, look at you.
I was the only baseball fan, though. People see me at the high school reunions, and they're still into sports, Glenn. I'm like, I give out Giant Sports Talk stickers and cards, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm still in the game. You still collect cards? I'm like, oh. Bernice is like, we're leaving. Don't go.
We're leaving. Nice. All right, I think that's it. Hey, not too bad. Good show. Again, just to recap, Giants had a big night today, 10 runs. They allowed 6 runs, 3 of them by Robbie Ray, the starter, but he improves to 6-0. But the most important thing tonight, Glenn, there you go, is the Giants bats woke up today. Now, they woke up today.
Dean's my favorite scorekeeper.
Well, there you go. Can they do that tomorrow? Can they get a series win? Player of the game tonight, I am going to give it to Christian Koss.
Amen. I'll second that one.
He's the one. The Giants, they got that lead and they didn't relinquish it. And I'll say player of the game, Koss.
Yeah.
Player of the game.
It was a big grand slam.
Who would be second?
You think about that, Dean. I was saying to Eric, I don't know if you were in the chat when I asked him. So, Dean, you were sitting in a perfect view along third base. You could see that home run, the grand slam. On TV, it looked like he just played the slow pitch with a slow swing, man. It just seemed he just sort of golfed at it. Didn't golf it. He golfed at it. It just, dude, I didn't think that was gone. It looked like a fly ball.
Got backspin on it, man. That's all you need to do.
Boy, oh boy. Maybe it has something to do with the leg kick.
I don't think so. I think he just golfed it.
He doesn't know what to do. Kick high, kick low, not kick. He's all messed up.
How about just karate kick it? Then we're good to go. I guess Jung-Hoo Lee, right? On Korean Heritage Night, he was able to hit a 3-run home run. His first home run in Oracle Park this year.
There you go. Nice. Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, there you go, Johnny. 100%. Yeah, there we go. I think he did give up the home run ball. I think he did. They showed it on a broadcast.
Yeah. Just seemed to go and go. And it looked like it was lazy. It wasn't a rocket. It wasn't a laser beam.
It's the floater. But you put backspin on it, and then, that's what can happen. Now, who goes tomorrow? Who's going to
Only Eric like floaters.
Let's see what's on the agenda tomorrow. Who's going?
I don't know. I'm worried. I'm not worried about so much about the hitting tomorrow because when you've got Hicks pitching, it's always a free for all. Get out of that first inning first of all, and then see where we go. I'll message you in the second inning to see how it's going.
And then, who's pitching for Arizona tomorrow? Eduardo Rodriguez. Oh,
he can get the strikeout pitch going. Be in trouble.
What's the Giants' record against lefties? That's what I'm worried about. Even though they may get to the lefty, for some reason they just have a tough time getting a win against them. Lefty alert. Yep. He's 1-3 with a 6.8 ERA, so that's pretty bad. But the Giants have some issues with lefties. They got to win tomorrow, right?
There's still some people in the chat and other channels. You know what? People are still like, Eric, there's nothing to that. It's just all, again, you call it like a mind.
It could be. It could be a weird thing. It could be a weird thing.
You want answers? You can't handle the truth.
Could be a weird thing.
They can't hit lefties, dude. The stats are proving it.
No, there was times where they were hitting the lefty, but the problem is when they got to the bullpen, the runs stopped coming across, and then they were able to get the win, and they were still adding runs. So, I can't remember who they faced the lefty, and they were actually doing well, but I think.
Oh, that lefty. Okay, there, that lefty.
I can't remember who it was
that day at Oracle Park.
Okay, but we'll
see tomorrow.
There is something weird.
If anything good can come out of this tomorrow, I mean,
they got it.
It's the fact we're on at 8:00.
Yeah, right.
It's 1:45 in the morning again. So the game is coming up later today for me. Are you after midnight yet? What time is it there? You're at 11:42, are you?
11:42, yes, sir.
Rick, it's
hey,
almost 2 in the morning.
What's up? Hey, buddy, there's our guy. He's the one that took the pictures for me and sent them. I think he sent them to me and Dan. Great game, man. Great game. Dude, you had some fantastic seats, man. You had literally a front row seat, man. That was awesome. All right, let's get the hell out of here.
He's got a point, Eric. 2-9 against lefty seems like a trend to me, too.
Let's see what happens tomorrow. They have to win tomorrow. I'm going to tell you, tomorrow they have to win. You cannot lose the series against Arizona. You can't, especially after tonight. You should got some momentum. Go out there. And tomorrow, what's the game time tomorrow? What is it, 1:05 or 12:45? Something like that?
12:45-ish. But look at this, Eric. If they lose tomorrow, they can always go to Lefty O'Doul's.
Oh, there you go. Drown your sorrows. All right.
Guys. See you tomorrow night, guys. 8:00.
Yep, 8:00. And again, thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
We won't be in with the morning show.
Get that series win. Come on, man.
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.